I mean, we was linked with Zubamendi in February.
Way before that as well, DJ.
This guy was signed in February. Done deal, everything. Verbal negotiations, everything done. We didn't announce. We only announced him last week. So, do you know what I mean? I understand what you're saying with time, but the point of the thing is that we have to move players out the door.
I agree with you.
We can't expect to sign Rodrigo's and everyone like that and keep bringing players in. We're going to have to release players.
But I also agree with you, but I disagree with you by thinking that Martinelli is the one that's got to go, because like this is the thing that I don't understand, about some of our thinking, is that we want to get better, but then we want our players to go if you're talking about Reece Nelson, Fabio Vieira, Lokonga,
basically we need ceiling raisers and depth as well.
Yes, bro, we need depth. Last season, when you're looking at the bench,
sorry, can I just cut in? Because this is a bugbear of mine when it comes to Martinelli.
Oh, here we go.
You've gone from like saying he's an elite player. Now it's depth. Where are we going here?
Yeah,
where
but wait,
Madrid got it.
You can't have all the money that you need to spend
at the same time.
Yeah. You talk about depth, but the fact is that
you let 10 goals keep 10. You ain't done that.
Talking about Martinelli as a squad depth player rather than someone who's like an untouchable, it shows how massive his decline is. We're now keeping him as a squad player.
How?
Not really.
When he goes for about 60 or 70 million pound, where we can use some of that money up that squad. Because all these players that we talked about. Some of the players.
This is what I don't understand.
He's got an agenda against Martinelli. He hates Martinelli.
What agenda? It's a fact that Martinelli has not been a player for the last 2 years. His performance has dropped, and all of a sudden we're thinking, it's Arteta's fault. While
can I ask you a question?
Saka has the same sort of defensive responsibilities as Martinelli, yet he's still producing these numbers. And DG is still saying Saka's world class. Well, the same thing applies to Martinelli. If you've got to do your defensive duties, you still got to produce. He hasn't produced in the last couple of years.
Can I ask you
but he's got pace though. We could utilize him.
What he's got pace? He's not effective. He's not an effective player. He hasn't been. He wasn't effective.
Liverpool, Chelsea, Real Madrid.
I'm
confused against City. Big game player.
7 goals last season.
I didn't say he's perfect. I'm just saying he could be a squad player.
You're a Martinelli fan.
I'm a Martinelli fan.
Bro, Martinelli, I'm confused.
Martinelli is not a player. And let's not forget the manager.
It's too easy.
He's been trying to replace this guy for the last 2 years. He tried to get Modric in. You trying to tell me, and if we got Modric for £90 million, that he'll be in Martinelli's understudy.
So what?
No, we'll be talking about how shit Modric is.
No.
Yeah, we know that now. The fact is that initially that player. Our manager was not completely sure about that player, and in the last couple of years, we've seen it in our own eyes. There's been a decline in his performances.
100%.
Instead of accepting that and accepting that maybe we could move away and play differently, and that he's a player that we can move on. Oh no, he's like one of the crown jewels. I don't see it.
No, we never said he's crown jewels. You said you could be a squad player. Nobody said he's a crown jewel.
I don't understand what's going on.
Get him out.
Okay, so we tell him.
Hold on, wait. Can I ask you a question? Because I'm confused. You said Arsenal want to get better. We should just get Martinelli out and get 70 mil and get who?
Can I tell you what?
I know what they're paying his wages as well.
Hold on.
Can I tell you why, though?
Get who?
Can I tell you why? The simple reason is that
it's too easy.
When you have a budget, Arsenal have a budget. Like it's basically secluded for say 150 million pounds, and then you have to generate your own money in order to top up your budget. As far as I'm concerned, when it comes to the players that we let go last season, they didn't touch the sides.
Brother.
They didn't touch the sides. I'll give you. Let me finish. Let me give you bullet points of those players. Smith Rowe didn't touch the sides. Nketiah didn't touch the sides. Ramsey didn't touch the sides. Martinelli is a player that is still coveted by other clubs. We need, in order to.
So if he's crap, how can he be coveted by other clubs? I don't understand.
All right.
He ain't got his Saudi.
We're haggling over Gyokeres. We haggled over Sesko because of the money situation. So these big names.
So you think the answer to that is sell Martinelli?
Well, of course, I'm going to say from Martinelli for footballing reasons, and the fact that from a business point of view, if Arsenal fans think that you're going to spend this money without having to, like I said, recruit this money, all I've got to say to you is PSR or FFP.
All right, cool, but that's the club's job to sort out PSR. Like, I'm focused on the football. I'm not focused on business.
All right, footballing reasons. He's not good enough.
I'm saying,
he's
good enough to be part of a 38-game squad. Come on,
you can't say
as a squad player.
Bro, you can't
as
say
a squad player.
not good enough as a squad player. No one is saying Martinelli is the best left winger in the world. But as a squad player,
some people said that a year ago.
Yeah, but no, I don't know.
Jurgen Klopp knows a lot more about football than all four of us said he's a talent of the century. I don't want to argue with him.
I don't know who said that, yeah?
Red Bull.
I don't know who said that, but I'm saying Martinelli as a squad player is a very, very, very good squad player. So if you bring someone in who's better than Martinelli... You don't want to play against pace off the bench. Bro, you don't want to do that. 65 minutes, you think playing 65 minutes against Eze or Rodrigo and then Martinelli coming off the bench, you think he's rubbish. You're going crazy when the game's stretched and there's space. It's mental. It's long, bro. I wouldn't want to do that if I'm playing right back. Why would I want to do that? Martinelli is a good player.
Does he start above Madueke then? Does he start above Madueke?
Martinelli, for me, 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%.
Right. So back to the point I make then. What's the point of signing this guy if you're gassing up Martinelli and he starts above him?
DJB, I'm with you, I don't want Madueke.
No, because... Let's get real here. I mean, we're talking about spending 50-odd million on this guy here, Madueke, and yet on the next breath, I've got man telling me that Martinelli's better than him and he should be in the team and everything else. Can't have it both ways. You can't go and do business and negotiate deals for Rodrigo's and Eze and buy Madueke and still have Martinelli at the club. You simply can't do it. You just can't.
I don't want Madueke.
I don't want Madueke.
So if we don't want, let's nip it then. Let's nip it. Don't buy Madueke. Keep Martinelli, and go and do your deals with Eze and Rodrigo.
But again, I wouldn't mind that. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm against that. I'm not opposed to that. I would probably prefer that. But I'm saying you can't judge the Madueke deal signing. You don't know why man signing.
The problem is because the manager and Edu in the past has managed this club badly in ways of players coming in and the money they've wasted. We are now in a position where we want everyone in, but we're not prepared to sacrifice anyone going out. And that is down to years and years and years of Arteta mismanaging this club, wasting money, and now we're in a situation where we've got to now strengthen the team. We was told to trust the process and everything else. We've trusted the process, and now it looks like we're going to have to buy loads of players to strengthen the squad and get squad depth. And unfortunately, you can't do that. You can't go negotiating with Rodrigo, Real Madrid, Crystal Palace, Eze, and buy Madueke and still have Martinelli at the club. If offers come in for Martinelli, whether you like it or not, the club's going to.
We have to entertain it 100%. But his wages, I don't think that's why I think it's a non-story. Like, he's linked with Barcelona, they're not going for him. He's linked with Bayern, they're not going for him. Obviously, if you're the only way I can see 70-odd million is if Saudi come in for him. There are Brazilian players who get called up to the national team, but I think everyone knows Martinelli's probably not going to go for that, and they're the only one that's going to give him his wages. I do think naturally Martinelli is one of those on the list that might not be forced out, but if we have to make an unpopular sale, it's one of them. But I don't think Martinelli is going to go. And simultaneously, I'm just saying he could be used in the squad. Like, we're crying about depth. He can stay here. I don't want Madueke. I don't think anyone here does. All I can say with Madueke is that obviously none of us four can make the decisions at Arsenal. If he signs for us, we hope he's the best thing since sliced bread and he's amazing. I don't see how he's a level raiser, not even just the starting 11, but the squad. I don't, because if you sign Eze's better than him in all his own roles.
Do you know what man ain't thinking about here as well, yeah? Like, I think, obviously, like I said before, we signed Jorginho to replace flipping... we signed Norgard to replace Jorginho. We signed Zubimendi to replace Partey. Yeah. So how do we know that this Madueke signing isn't to replace someone like Sterling, who was crap. And I'm not saying that Madueke...
Does Sterling need replacing?
No, but I'm saying to you, bro, I know there was times, where man wanted to play Sterling, but because he was so dead, you can't play him, bro. So it's to have another option. You get me? Like, man are forgetting
I hear that.
Do you know what I'm saying? Man are forgetting this. Sterling,
slightly, I think it's the Trossard replacement. This guy.
This is what I'm saying to you, bro. We need... people forget, last season, we had no options. We need options. We don't have options. Like, I don't understand why we want to get rid of players and do all the we want to get rid of this one, but bring in this one. Bro, we've got rid of 3 man and we brought in 3 man. We're back to square one. We need to bring in players, and yes, we need to thin out the squad with the fringe players who we don't care about. But people that are gonna get minutes, why are you gonna get rid of them? Because Martinelli is not Sterling, he's not crap like that. He's not rubbish. Like, let's have it right. Let's not cool. Whether man think he's that good or he's not that good, he's not crap. So why are you going to get rid of someone who's a good player, who's a good squad player, just to make money and then bring in...
Money talks. Money talks. That's why I get rid of
him.
Bro,
you're saying money... Cool. Let's... cool.
We're not running a bank. We're running a business.
If that's the attitude, why don't we just sell Saka then? Why don't we just sell Saliba then?
Saka's untouchable. Saka
Let's sell Saliba. Let's sell Gabriel.
Martinelli.
Saka's untouchable, but he's not world class.
Simple as. People just have to accept it. Martinelli does not win matches for Arsenal anymore. I don't know what the dilemma is. You know.
So what you're saying is every player in your team needs to be a starter.
No,
so let's
no, that's not. That's,
so
I never said that. What I said is that with the money the budget we get is never enough, and that if you want to sort of like put the icing on top of the budget, you have to consider selling players. All big clubs do it. Arsenal's one of those big clubs.
This is what I'm saying.
What's the issue? What's the issue? I haven't said Kai Havertz. If I said Kai Havertz, would you be arguing about that?
Yes, I would. I would.
What is this? What is this fancy about Martinelli? What is it? What is it about Martinelli that people are pushing against? Not even considering that we may have to move him on in order to move our style of play on. I don't know what the issue is.
The issue. Do you want to tell you what the issue is?
What is the issue? He hasn't been playing well for the last 2 years. What's the issue? I don't get it.
The issue is last season was playing with a defensive midfielder up front. The issue is we don't have options.
So is Saka. So you're going to have the same sort of... Saka plays with the same sort of constraints, but he still delivers. Martinelli does not deliver.
Saka missed 3 months of the season because we didn't have options.
If Saka played... When Saka came back...
Even Jesus a better option than Madueke as well.
Bro, I'm not... But where's Jesus, DG? We don't...
I know.
Yeah. They're the players we should be getting rid of.
When Saka gets injured...
Jesus, Nelly, Havertz, maybe even Odegaard, they're all on the list.
When Saka gets injured, man are gonna say, Saka's injured again. We're pissed now. We can't do nothing now. We're done again.
Well, I've got a question for you when you finish. I've got a question when you finished.
Yeah, I've got a question.
This is a question I've got for you now.
Go ahead.
When Saka was injured and we needed a leader of the team, where was your Martinelli?
Why are you saying my Martinelli?
He was injured for 3 months a season. Martinelli, did he take the baton?
Bro, are you not? It's like you're not. It's that. Wait, your agenda's so loud. Yeah, it's like you're not.
It's not agenda.
It doesn't like Martinelli.
Arsenal comes first.
Bro, your agenda's so loud. You're not hearing me.
Martinelli's on a different level to Saka.
Arsenal comes first. My agenda's Arsenal.
Wait. Should we sell Odegaard? As well?
Odegaard said we've got credit in the bank. So Martinelli's got no. So Martinelli's got no credit in the bank. A little bit of offer. That's my opinion.
Martinelli has no credit in the bank. So he has nothing in the bank.
But I don't rate Martinelli. What's the big deal?
I mean, here's a question for you. If it meant bringing in Rodrigo, would you let Martinelli be sold?
100%. If you're gonna bring it, but wait, if it meant that Rodrigo is going to get signed, then yeah, cool. But if we're doing
there's no Madueke coming, Rodrigo or Martinelli. If Martinelli has to go out the door and we get Rodrigo, there's no Madueke.
It is what it is, yeah. Rodrigo, yeah. Martinelli's got a golden.
I'm taking Martinelli's got a goal.
But Kenny's moving like Martinelli just has to. He's one of the first out the door.
I'm not saying
what me and Kenny say. In order to get these players in, we're going to have to let players go. It's not nice. It's not nice to see some of your
it's
top
not
players go,
It's
but
not
that's
about
how it works.
It's not about sentiment. I don't have no deep connection to Martinelli. I don't want him to leave the club.
Bit sentimental. You are a little bit sentimental, really, aren't you?
My thing is, bro, listen, I don't want Havertz to go. I don't want Martinelli to go. I don't want Saka to go.
I think
you're saying for depth purposes, not necessarily the player.
This is what I'm saying to you. Everyone's dissing Havertz, but Havertz's been our top goal scorer for the last 2 years. Everyone's cussing him.
Damning on the club, but yeah.
Bro, I'm not saying Havertz is great. This is what I'm saying to you. People are like listening to what I'm saying and thinking that I think these players are world class. I'm not saying that. But you need depth in your team. If you're going to win anything, you need options. You can't just have 3 players and win the league, 3 strikers and win the league, 3 attackers and win the league. You can't have just 4. You need options, bro. You look at Liverpool. Liverpool won the league. Gakpo don't do it, so I bring on Diaz. Diaz don't do it, so I bring on Nunes. Nunes don't do it, Salah does it. Bro, Jota, rest in peace, he would do it.
You get what I'm saying? You want to keep all your players. But what we're trying to say is that, unfortunately, if we had that amount of money that everyone thinks we have, why is the Sesko deal fallen through then? If we've got all this abundance of money.
How do you know that's just down to money, though?
Well, it's wages and
this is us making assumptions, though.
We're quabbling over Gyokeres. There's a gap. We can't reach. We're still negotiating over like 10 mil. I mean, do you know what I mean? So this is what I'm trying to say. If we have got that abundance of money, where ideally keep all our players and get all these players in, but it just doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. This is what we're trying to say. It's not. That it's not going to happen. The club's going to be open, and they're going to listen to other clubs if they come in for Martinelli, and that's a fact. And you have to get your head around it. For me, Martinelli hasn't done enough in the last 2 years. That's not Martinelli's fault. That's the manager's fault. How can you not improve a player like Martinelli? How? He was balling out under Unai Emery, 15 goals. Man was wanted by Jurgen Klopp when he played under Unai Emery. Arteta's come and he's fallen off the end of a cliff. He's not productive. He's not effective, and he's on 100 odd grand a week to sit on the bench. That's not the way to do business.
Is this true, Gyokeres?
Which I could disagree, but naturally, I don't think Martinelli should be the first through the door. But naturally, I would imagine Martinelli, probably for this summer, these two, but Martinelli and Trossard, they'll listen to offers. But generally, Martinelli, Trossard, Havertz, potentially Odegaard, these lot are linked with moves away, or their futures are subject to speculation. I'll be interested to see. Obviously, I expect Havertz to be a key player, but I'm keen to see what the next 12 months has for Havertz. He's actually linked with German clubs.
That's what I would say, yeah. You see, I hear what you man are saying about getting rid of players, yeah. Bro, you see me? I'm trying to get as many people in through the door this season. Give it 12 months. Have a good run at the title.
Yeah,
try and see what we can do. And then, people got 2 years left on their deal, bro. You got to go. Martinelli got 2 years. All right, cool, bro. Bye-bye. You weren't good enough. Havertz not good enough. Too much peace. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'm on that. Because this season, I'd rather have more than we need than less than what we need.
I'm with you with that. Because we're never well stocked.
Bro, we're always undercooked, bro. Always.
PSG and Madrid, we hardly had a bench. Well, much of the season.
Bro, this is what I'm saying, bro. We got little kids. We got youth team players on the bench.
We do need squad depth, 100%.
We got youth team players on the bench. We're overcooked in defence. In defence, we're fantastic. We got cover for everywhere. Yeah? But in attack, we're always undercooked. We're always just relying on 1-2 players. We can't do that. We can't do that no more. We need options. I wouldn't even mind seeing man in the stands. I'll be real.
Yeah, because at least we'll be well prepared. It's like winter, innit? You want to have more jackets rather than you're going out in a hoodie and the temperature drops you in trouble. I wouldn't even mind
having man in the stands, bro. You look at City's bench, yeah? City's bench is crazy. You look at Liverpool's bench is crazy. People get onto Chelsea. Chelsea got bare players, bro. Whether they're all good or not.
But City are letting Grealish go. They paid 100 mil for.
Yeah, I hear that. But they didn't let him go. Just brought in. They didn't just bring in Doku and let him go. They let him sit on the bench for 1 year, bro. You know what? If we need you, we'll call on you. If not, sit there and wait your turn. Simple. If you're
the only other thing is, I hear what you're saying,
on.
But the only thing as well, though, you've got to think of the player. Would Martinelli be happy to see Madueke come in and sit on the bench.
I don't care if you're happy, bro.
I think Martinelli relishes competition, personally.
Bro, I don't care if you're happy.
Because
if you don't like it, go. If not, then pull your trousers up and fight for your shirt, bro. That's it. If you don't want to fight for your shirt, sit on the bench. Simple.
Or get on the phone to your agent.
That's it, bro. That's what I'm on. I want competition. I don't want Martinelli to know that, listen, I'm a pace man, so I know that I'm going to play because I'm more direct than Trossard. And Trossard can come off the bench and impact. I want you to know
I think Trossard's the one that's gone, if I'm honest with you.
Exactly. I want you to know that, listen, if I don't play good, I might sit down on the bench for the next 5 games. That's what I need. Bro, even Odegaard needs competition. I need people to know that, listen, if I'm not playing well,
that's why I want Eze.
Someone else is gonna be ready to take my shirt, and I need to make sure that I'm on job every game.
Yeah, Eze starts if he comes in. Bro, Eze starts for me.
Eze starts on the
left. Do you reckon though?
Oh, Eze starts in the 10 all day long. Yeah, 100%.
No chance.
100%.
I don't know.
No chance.
I think the left wing probably. I think as the season goes on, great.
If you're going on current form after watching Odegaard last season.
Oh yeah, the current form of Odegaard naturally going to get trust in it.
But again,
Eze starts.
But Odegaard at his best, Eze at his best.
Yeah,
I'm not
think as footballers, as fans, sometimes
put one of them in the 8.
Man are just too harsh on footballers, bro. Odegaard had a shit season. Yes, 100%. We all agree with that. Bro, is Odegaard a shit player? Man are going crazy. Bro, that guy is cold. So, bro, let man marinate. If he's still shit, then yeah, cool. Do you get what I'm saying to you? But, bro, man can't just say, oh, yeah, Eze's
we ain't got time to be sentimental and carry players. We ain't won a trophy in years.
Bro, no one's
carrying players.
No one's saying we need to carry Odegaard, yeah? And Odegaard shouldn't get carried. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying to you, to come in and just say, yeah, Eze starts over Odegaard is mad. I think Eze starts with Odegaard, 100%. Does he just start over him? No. Yeah. Not in my team, anyway.
Kenny, where you at? Who starts Eze, Odegaard? Where you at?
I think what's happened is that, I stand where I am. I think the manager's going to start Odegaard. I think there is credit. I have to be fair. There is credit in the bank. I have to be fair and say there were injuries, but he's on notice because we have got a very, very good player. We've got an England international who potentially has come to us who can perform in those positions. He can also give us a lot more as well, in terms of that he can play on the left. He can play, in that